Grandpa, I've been wondering, what was dating like when you were younger?
I remember back in my day, dating was so much simpler. Why, I asked your grandma out 46 times. I wore her down and irritated her so much she agreed to go out with me. I remember it like it was yesterday. I hid in a tree outside of her window. I left notes in her locker at school. I threw rocks at her bedroom window. Why, she cooked, cleaned, raised my children, and wiped my snotty nose when I had a cold for the last 57 years. And she hasn't complained once.
I complain all the time. He just doesn't listen to me.
You wake up at 6:30 in the morning to start baking cakes and making waffles, eggs, and bacon for your entire family. And that's what you have to look forward to when you get married.
Save yourself. Don't do it. You're so old school. People just scroll through an app or go on a dating show. Hello, welcome back to the channel. If you are new here, hi, my name is Jasmine. I like to do TV commentary, I do the occasional story time, and movie review. Welcome to another episode of me watching a ridiculous show and summing it up for you so that you don't have to endure over an hour of...
Are you looking at the
No, I'm looking at the hair on your arms.
Why did you end up popping your balloon?
The knee, the right knee. You got something going on.
I like more taller, darker.
Because I know all about dating. If you're new here, that was sarcasm. I know a lot about people though. Before we get into this tomfoolery, let's have a word from the sponsor. It's me. Support an artist and add to your collection today. When you buy art from me, you are supporting a real human because most of us are not Lily Phillips and won't sleep with 100 men in a day. Website link is in the description. Also, I'm really just trying to get rid of this stuff. I'm running out of room. I have dozens of framed drawings, prints, stickers, magnets, keychains, and I really just want to get rid of it and have it go to good homes. Welcome back to the world of humiliation content, aka standing in a room with a bunch of strangers as they judge your marriage potential. Then based on what you say, how you speak, then again your appearance, then on your age, your height, then your skin color, and then the occasional argument. Stop scratching the door. Let's not forget the fat phobia.
Continue.
Also, before we start this video, I just want my subscribers to know, if you're having a bad day, it should warm your heart to know that you are not this guy.
He's back.
I hope that helps you sleep well at night. I decided to curate the most insufferable people on the popular dating show Pop the Balloon or Find Love with Arlette Amuli. Number 1, Dr. Elom. This exemplary human being is Dr. Elom as he so eloquently introduces himself.
Hi, my name is Dr. Elom. I'm a dentist. She's not even looking at my face. Okay, so
He's not like other men. Dating looks absolutely terrible these days. I've met 0 straight men that walk like that. I don't even walk like that. And behaviors like this are why people in the comments, including men, say that he's sassy.
If we can have your name.
That was so fast. I was not expecting that.
What's your name, sir?
Really? You weren't expecting that? Really?
And I can definitely afford you financially, but maybe not emotionally.
Hold up. Wait a minute.
Do you think you're the prize?
I know I'm the prize.
You're the prize to the men you don't want.
Okay.
Do you ever look at someone and wonder what is going on inside their head?
So another woman appears and we really need to applaud her because she lost 150 pounds.
I popped my balloon not because you're not gorgeous, not because some men can't hold space for your emotions, but for me, it was the weight loss. And while we are all proud of you for losing the weight, I am considering the risk long term.
She really lost a whole person. Like she lost me plus a few extra pounds.
I'm concerned about your health over a long period of time.
I imagine it's probably difficult because when you're overweight, your image of yourself can still be the same. So in your head, part of your brain thinks you're still overweight. It really takes a while to adjust to having essentially a new body, a totally different body.
I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. I am very sarcastic. I like to be funny. I like to joke. So it can be off-putting to a few folks. And that's your preference. It's cool.
Also, she's sarcastic. I feel like we would get along great. We'd be work besties. She seems hilarious.
No diabetes. My blood pressure is A1. I work out 5 to 6 times a week. I strength train as well. I eat very clean. I'm just in a thicker body, very physically fit.
But she was very respectful. She just eats in a maintenance and has built muscle. She took it well, and then he decided to further analyze her, wasting everybody's time.
And that's why I'm trying to get this body right and tight, because after I pop these kids out, I'm trying to snap right back. I don't plan to gain the 150 pounds that I lost.
Have you thought about the ramifications of the weight that you would gain by having children?
Yes,
Bruh, there is a low chance of her gaining 150 pounds back be so for real, being that she knows how to eat well and she may not even gain any weight, assuming she eats well. You already popped the balloon, eliminating her as a potential partner. Let it die.
What is your nonprofit about?
Mental health.
Okay. More, please.
The other men are giggling when he talks because, like, how can you not? She said mental health. That really says a lot. Who doesn't know what mental health help consists of?
I popped my balloon after listening to you.
Okay, damn.
I think humility and integrity is something that takes a lot of work to acquire, and it doesn't seem like you've done that work yet.
No? Okay.
And he isn't a therapist. He's a dentist.
Have you had therapy before?
No, you wanna be my therapist?
If you need one.
I do.
That's very interesting because he does not possess humility. He doesn't know when to stop talking. Her responses are great because now she's matching his pettiness, and I'm here for it.
I think you're too into that because I don't need therapy. I'm fine. I'm not insecure. I'm very secure with myself, but that's your opinion and it's okay.
Thank you for proving my point.
Now, this woman got criticized for being confident, for her hair, her nails, her body being too small.
I feel like sometimes men, like when you're too confident, they think like it's a problem for them, and
It's
fine.
okay to be insecure.
She's well-spoken, and he keeps yapping even though he eliminated her from his choices. This is awkward, but she did handle it very well. She's visibly getting annoyed though because he literally won't shut up. Quit prolonging the conversation.
This is a great opportunity for you to learn that communication can be had without getting...
You're probably wondering how I ended up in this situation.
Again, let it die. And then there's that one guy who told her that he was gonna help her grow her butt in the gym.
And just the nails, that's the only thing.
No, I'm a fitness trainer, so I could build that ass up.
Ooh, okay.
Sorry, am I supposed to say that?
The ass is fine. Doesn't mean no more building, but thank you.
To which she responded that she's happy with the way that she looks.
If you do these three things, you can procure any man that you want.
I'm
When
listening.
you are a useful asset to the man that you want to be, then there is no way he's ever going to want to get rid of you.
Arlette is fighting for her life to not laugh.
You have to blow his mind in the bedroom. It doesn't matter if you do the first two things. If you don't do this last thing, then you won't be able to keep your man, and that is respect. Always respect your man.
This speech sounds like the cover of Cosmopolitan magazine.
The reason why I popped, I'm sure your love language is acts of service since you are in the dentistry world, but the way you answer that question...
Actually, my love language is physical touch.
I see that you like to interrupt.
I
think
apologize.
it's best that I did pop that balloon. Thank you.
Is Brenda someone that's your type?
I actually don't know enough about her to make a valid decision on that, but I love the dress.
What do you mean you don't know enough about her? You know everything about every other woman that you had an interaction with so far.
I feel like you are extremely arrogant.
I don't feel like he's arrogant. He is.
You know, but just having a humble attitude, you would probably go a lot further.
Who's your dentist?
Not you, sweetheart, and I'm just gonna leave it right
Oh, I know. I'm not your dentist.
I know these women were holding in a lot and just calmly explaining their rejections.
It's easy kind of coming to you to belittle women a little bit. I understand where you're coming from with everything that you do, and I saw the last episode, but like you do come off as arrogant. Confidence is cool, but like know the difference a little bit.
Tatiana, you ain't said not one lie.
What you gonna say about my tooth, bro? What's
Do
up?
you think you're the prize?
I know I'm the prize.
You're the prize to the men you don't want.
Okay.
I have people skills. I am good at dealing with people. Can't you understand that? What the hell is wrong with you people?
And it's also given like this is a joke to you. Like you just want to come on here just to say stuff to get a viral moment.
She's right because he absolutely did say that he went on this dating show to prove a point. She read him like a book.
I feel like you love yourself so much that there wouldn't be room for me to love you.
She was totally right.
You are getting arrogant and it's getting toxic. It's given to you want to debate all the time. Like it's like gonna give me a headache.
I love myself. I've worked on myself, and I understand the tools that it takes to practice self-love.
This man allegedly went to alleged therapy. Then he left the session with a newly downloaded therapist software patch.
But your ego won't allow you to take responsibility for your lack. And that's
Did you see that? Her arm? She's like, girl, you can take over. They know enough, Elom. They know enough. You eliminated people yourself based on what you think that you know about them. How is that different?
It's multiple things that he hasn't received in one woman.
I agree with you. I agree.
There's nothing wrong with how you think, the confidence, all that. There's nothing wrong with it. You just have to find a woman that's willing to accept.
Of course she'd say that. She also said she thinks that she's a god.
I was raised in a household where I was told that I'm a god.
That was a whole lot of word salad. Next.
I'm a licensed plumber.
This exceptional man is Aaron, also known as the Ninja Turtle guy.
For me, it just did not work. I didn't feel like I had chemistry or wasn't fully attracted to you, and I feel like that counts if we were going to be going through a dating show, you know?
Yes, the feeling is definitely mutual. Thank you. You did me a favor.
You know, absolutely.
I personally would not do well on this show.
Brianna, 26. Are you looking at the tattoos?
No, I'm looking at the hair on your arms. You know, the women I deal with, they don't have hair on their
Don't
arms.
do too much.
Hey, I'm just being honest,
Don't do
queen.
too much.
What is it like to be like that?
I popped because I have hair on my arms. You kind of got a little bit catty with me. You a little sassy just a little bit. You kind of look like a Ninja Turtle. You're not that cute. You need to relax. The way you was coming, you just ain't like you got it all like that. And I guarantee you probably got a roommate at home and it's just not giving.
Pro tip, when women reject you, bring up how much money you make so that you can immediately accuse them of being a gold digger. Or you think that you're better than them. Women love that.
And you're not even qualified to be even
You
dealing
say
with
everybody
me.
not qualified.
And one thing about me, I could pull 100,000 on the bank. Can you do the same?
Get this
Yeah,
man
you can't
out
do
here.
that. You can't.
Follow me for more dating advice. It makes me wonder, in an alternate universe, if I were to not only lose my mind but also become desperate and went onto this show, how would it go?
So, do you want kids?
Right after I die.
Okay, that was stupid. I've seen most of the episodes up to this point, but I am curious if they will change any rules and what's the actual success rate of this show. Is this a sustainable form of dating? Can you stop? I've seen people be eliminated for not being tall enough, being too tall. They could check every box, but if you're a man that's slightly shorter than 6 feet, or if you're a taller woman, you're out. You better be a 5'3" curvy woman who has dark skin, from what I've gathered. You also need to want kids. That's a very popular thought on here. I've only seen maybe 2 episodes where people that already had kids didn't want any more. Everyone else wants kids or wants more kids. If your skin tone is too light, you're not marriage material for this person. The colorism seems to be very strong. I have seen attractive men in every color, so y'all are really weird for that.
I have the right to see fine in every color.
It's a fine line between preference and colorism. This show also features a plethora of individuals that are dressing for, well, not a first date. I know that I don't dress like I belong in Vogue, but I will not, under any circumstances, acquire the information that I need to dress and impress and show up in baggy jeans and a hoodie with sunglasses or wedgie shorts that leave little to the imagination. Arlette always looks amazing. Every outfit she has, she looks great. So some of these pop the balloon shows, I did notice that the host looks like they just hopped off the bus or just left a club. So I saw one host, her dress was having problems covering her actual butt cheeks. So to me, that's really weird and tacky. Arlette always dresses formally. She knows her color palette. She dresses like she's a guest to somebody's wedding. She does have another series on her channel all about the date outfits. And then there's this random girl with pink hair in all black way at the end. Like, why is she here? Miriam, this outfit is terrible, but I saw her Instagram and those outfits are 20 times better than this. She should have went with one of those. The show tells you to dress and impress, and I am frequently unimpressed. It's not just me. The other contestants are also frequently unimpressed. I'm wondering if maybe she didn't know that she was going to be on the show. I do know that sometimes they will tell you to come be on the show so you don't have time to change your clothes and get ready, because some of these people, they say that they found out at the last minute, so they end up going with whatever they wore that day. So out of all of the unflattering looks that one could wear on this show, this is probably in the top 10 in my brain. In no world would I wear a spandex bodysuit with sandals to a first date or a 97th date. Our next super duper human is Rizoma.
My name is Rizoma. The reason why I popped your balloon is because I just don't like how you dress as a 40-year-old man. You're not my little brother. I don't want you to dress like my little brother. It's a little weird to me.
I do have suits and stuff,
Okay.
but whatever.
The women can be just as weird.
All right, next. And you talk like my little brother. I feel like I'm talking to my Chicago as well.
Off-putting, judgmental.
Yeah, you're very gorgeous though, but I don't like that you put the fake flower in your vest trying to make it look better than what it was.
Shallow.
I don't like that you brought a fake briefcase. There's probably nothing in there, and it's also halfway open. You should probably close it.
Petty.
So I don't like that the fact that you put your hat.
What would be
Why do you have a hat on?
Rizoma was gradually turning into rude.
I just wanted to know what you was thinking about. That's all that was.
It's just weird talking to my little brother, so.
No problem. You can't say little. We the same age, darling. Let's be respectful.
You sound like him though.
This man gave so many mature answers.
That's
So
because we
talking-
from the same place.
No,
You don't
it's
like
not.
people from your hometown.
I never said
and
that.
that's respectful.
I just want a man with a higher vocabulary,
Okay.
which you don't have. On your day-to-day speak.
I felt a little rage through the computer screen watching this. She was nice to certain men. I don't always like to make comments about people's appearances, but okay, so for one, I can tell that the dress is ill-fitting. It's too long and the dress size is too big for at least her top half. That's why she keeps pulling it up. As a small-chested woman, I personally would not wear a strapless dress because there's just too much involved. There's too much that I have to commit to doing, and I have to worry about doing exactly that and constantly messing with it, pulling it up. So for example, I had to use safety pins when I wore my strapless bra under my Wonder Woman costume. I'll show a picture of it here somewhere. So I wore that to Comic-Con for the first time. I had to pin it a lot so that I wouldn't be messing with it all day. I also had to attach extra Velcro patches to the corset in the back as a backup in case somehow it became untied or something, and it also made the corset fit tighter. So I had to make alterations to that because I knew I was going to be wearing it all day. I wore that costume for probably 12 hours that day, and I wore it the following following year on one of the days, so I still had to make a few more alterations to it to make sure that it stayed up. If I can alter a $100 costume that I bought on the internet, and I have little knowledge about sewing, there's no reason for you to not make sure of these things when you're gonna go on a literal dating show that a million people are going to watch. I'm also saying this because the amount of criticism that she was giving to some of the other contestants was just so above and beyond unnecessary. These are things I think that a lot of the contestants miss. They don't make sure that their clothes fit properly. I see a lot of ill-fitting clothes, but just talking about what she's wearing, she should have gone a size down. The dress is too big, or just go with a different one altogether. She irritated me probably the most, right behind Dr. Elom, and she was fitting the stereotypes of short women, that they're aggressive and pushy, so I didn't like that.
I talk like where I was going from. I got a real like respect. I can't let you, like, you feel me, throw down what I've been through. You feel me?
I never said what you went through
with. You tried though, darling. You feel me? So I want you to.
These two debated, and I felt like it was never gonna end. There wasn't any tact. She said rude things without yelling, so in her mind she's probably just like, well, I'm just gonna tell it how I see it, and you should really know when to not talk.
I kept analyzing. He was in front of me. I saw that the zipper was in the back of the briefcase. I was like, oh, it's open. There's nothing in there. And I was like, okay. I was like, so if you're gonna play a role, at least play it correctly, right? But it was almost like you have asked.
Daryl gave great responses at the reunion show. Also, he wore a suit that time.
You know, if I come on there and I tell you I'm from Chicago and I got a couple drinks and you tell me that you're from the same place, it's almost like.
One of the pet peeves that I have is some of the people ended up having a few drinks before going on the show, and then they kind of say stuff or they act really weird. Like, you can tell they've had a few drinks. And if there's one thing I hate, it's communicating with somebody who's under the influence. It absolutely drives me nuts. If I can't follow what you're saying, and you can't follow what I'm saying because you've had 5 shots, I'm literally going to ignore you because I do not have time for that. I'm a blunt person. A drunk or high person cannot get to the point, and it's super annoying to deal with.
You saying something like that to trick me up at my spot, because everybody who from where I'm from and know people where I'm from, you just don't talk to them a certain way because people will give you what you're looking for. And I'm just extremely proud of myself.
The other half of me was thinking that she's doing this to bring attention to herself and create a viral moment for social media, because in the reunion episode, this man exposed her for contacting him again. At the end of the episode, she used it to promote her fragrance business. If I had a cookie business, I would mention this, but only to answer the question what I'm doing for a living. If they ask me a follow-up question like, what's the name of the business? Then, and only then, will I elaborate. It's kind of like what I do when I mention that I like drawing, and that's probably why my art business is almost a complete failure.
And I love that you're chasing your dream as an artist, but is that your only thing that you do? Do you have a regular 9-to-5 or?
I also have a regular 9-to-5, but as well, the art is what's really just teeing it up right now.
Okay, so it's like a hobby. Okay.
It's a career.
Okay.
I just have to knock out a few shirts. I just knocked out Arizona Fashion Week
Nice.
in October, and we're starting to travel to LA, New York.
That's dope.
Yeah.
Okay.
This man was awkward.
If I were to say like I'm not interested or something, he might cost me.
Please don't go on these shows if you have social anxiety. Adana, she was different, but at least she did point out those who did not take the dress code seriously. I have respect for that.
I think I'm fed up because like every guy pretty much that came out, they're not dressed properly, and I feel like this is really rude and disrespectful, and I'm just like, what's the point? I'm not trying to go viral whatsoever. I'm not.
Well, how you want your man to dress?
Presentable, respectful.
What is presentable to you?
Presentable, maybe a collared shirt, slacks or something, dress shoe.
Uber driver Jay.
I'm an Uber and Lyft driver full time.
He irritated me for several reasons. So there was this one lady, she had fallen and injured her knee right before the show. She goes onto the show, and then this Uber driver guy is in the lineup. He thought he was so great because he does all this stuff for himself, and he decided to point out that she has a weird knee, and that's why he popped his balloon.
And why did you end up popping your balloon?
I don't know, it's the knee, the right knee. You got something going on.
But what the hell?
I don't know what it is. I got eczema. And I use coconut oil. Yeah, zoom in on that. And I just don't know why it's like that.
Like, the scar or the scrape on her knee was the deal breaker for him. The honorable mentions are all the women who said that the man is too short even though they're wearing heels and are still a good 5 inches shorter than him.
How tall are you?
I'm 5'8".
Guess these heels are doing something, but a little too short for my liking, but I'm 5 feet.
For me, it's mainly the height. I like someone that I can look up to.
The pink-haired girl who's literally so short.
I like more taller, darker. Why is that though? He's good looking. He's just not just tall and shorter.
I just find that to be a very, very weird thing. Like, if somebody is within like a couple inches of your height, why? I don't get it. Are they truly eliminating people off of the most shallow things, or are they doing it to get a viral moment? Who knows? I will continue to judge the show. All right, guys, who was your favorite? My favorite was Dr. Elom. He just never shuts up. And Rizoma. She also never shuts up. You can follow me on Instagram at jasminebaker.artist, where I post drawings and homemade memes and pictures of my cats and sometimes my dog. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe if you like watching these short summaries of really, really long shows, so you don't have to go through watching 2, 3, 4 hour-long episodes. I know a lot of people don't like watching long shows like that, or The 1,000-Pound Sisters, or Best Friends, or My 600-Pound Life. I like to just sum it up and present it to you in a nicely wrapped package. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. Feel free to check out one of those videos somewhere here on the screen, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!
Because there can only be one champion, there can never be two.